President Obama promised transparency and openness in his administration, yet he's chosen not to release his original birth certificate or a copy of it. And a number of Americans are asking why not. The left-wing media has attacked me because I simply asked the question. Could we just put up a copy of that certificate of live birth? What you're looking at there, which I believe is the copy that comes from factcheck.org or Annenberg, there's no reference there to the attending physician. There's no reference there to the hospital in which he was born. It is a certificate that refers to the fact that another certificate exists. So I can be really clear about it. It is a document that says there's another document. What you're looking at there, which I believe is the copy that comes from factcheck.org or Annenberg, there's no reference there to the attending physician. There's no reference there to the hospital in which he was born. It is a certificate that refers to the fact that another certificate exists. So I can be really clear about it. It is a document that says there's another document.
There is a birth certificate. There's a certificate of live birth, which is what the state of Hawaii sends out. We're showing a picture of it to our viewers. It's got a raised seal. It's got the stamp of the health register from the state. Why isn't that good enough? To say that that document, though, is not the original birth certificate, that is what the state sends out when anybody asks for a birth certificate from the state of Hawaii, and it's accepted by the U.S. State Department as valid for a U.S. passport. And the Hawaii State Health Director has acknowledged that back in 2008, she has, and I quote, personally seen and verified that the Hawaii State Department of Health has Senator Obama's original birth certificate on record in accordance with state policies and procedures. If you request one, as the Obama campaign did, what they are sent is the certificate of live birth. It's the short form. It's what they send out. Hawaii does not send out the long form.
Because it turns out, I thought I had a copy, all I had was that certificate of live birth. Not the same. Okay, so it's just $10.
No, first, do you not acknowledge that the state of Hawaii has the original birth certificate? The health director there says it. The governor of Hawaii says this is not an issue. The governor of Hawaii, who's a Republican, was quoted as saying, I had my health director, who's a physician by background, go personally view the birth certificate in the birth records of the Department of Health. We issued a news release at the time saying the president was, in fact, born at Kapiolani Hospital in Honolulu, Hawaii, and that is just a fact. Is she lying?
This is one of these issues that every day somebody brings it up, Governor. Yeah. Every day.
Yeah, it really took on a life of its own. It was interesting. I think that's why the health director finally came out and just said, I went down personally. It's an original. It's there. He was born in Honolulu.
Well, my question to you then, Anderson, is why did you see it? I'd like to see it.
Well, you can go and see it. The nonpartisan fact-checking organization, factcheck.org, they looked at it. It has a raised seal. They say it's legit. It's not correct. He may have been born with dual citizenship because of the technicality of his father being under the British subject, being from Kenya, but he automatically lost that at the age of 23, as anybody does. Let me ask you about that, because have you seen George W. Bush's transcripts from college? Sir, you could, yes. Under federal law, you're not. The schools cannot release that information. the points you have raised, the factual points I mean, you're basing legislation on stuff that's basically just rumors and stuff that's been proven to be false. I mean, you say that President Obama didn't release college records. That's true. He hasn't released college records. But under federal law, the schools can't release them. And he doesn't want to for whatever reason. You've raised medical records, that he didn't fully release his medical records. We know what John McCain didn't fully release his medical records either.
What I don't understand is that with Army officers refusing to serve in Afghanistan, with lawsuits going forward, why not just produce the doggone birth certificate and be done with it?
Am I wrong when I say that the president has employed many lawyers and is spending millions of dollars to keep all these records?
Well, actually, sir, we don't know exactly what he spent the money. First of all, I'm not sure it's millions. I think the record I saw was 1 point something million. And we don't know that the bulk of the work that the lawyer, the law firm he's obtained is directed to this. He's certainly being sued by a couple of people, and those lawsuits have gone nowhere.
And why didn't the United States Congress, we have 535 members of the United States Congress, they are the only body of the federal government and a constitution that really should be vetting the President of the United States.
Okay.
Because they take an oath of office in which they will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and they will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, so help me God.
Sir, again, just
not a single member of the United States Congress raised their hand when they were counting the electoral votes in 2008 to say, show us.
Sir, just
I
on
want
the
to
points
see it.
of